Okay, so I'd heard about this new GitHub feature called GitHub Workspaces, which is supposed to integrate Copilot and AI in a interesting way to try to solve issues on Rail repos. So I want to give it a shot on this one, this issue that I just created, which is to add a pretty basic CRUD endpoint that gives you a view of a database table, and which should just have a column for each field in the database. It should have a page and a limit URL parameter and a sort URL parameter. And at the top, it should do a group by query to get some stats about the batch import. And I even linked to a specific file. So there's a lot of context here. So let's see if it'll work. I think you have to click on Open in Workspace, GitHub. Uh, yeah, yeah, okay. I'll pause my screen share while I get the code. Okay, cool. Let's see here. Cool. Whoa, very cool. It's made a whole specification for it of just breaking the problem down. Proposed. So our completion state will be the endpoint to view the now exists with pagination, sorting, and status grouping. Add a new class batch import view in code. Great, that seems good for batch import slash b plus. With a get handler, the get handler retrieves batch import slash from the database, supports pagination. Great. The handler performs a group by. Great. Create a new template file. Great. Update batch importation. I think that's it. Let's generate a. Did I miss anything from the issue? I wish I hadn't closed the issue. Oh, there it is. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Let's just roll with it for now because I'm curious what it is. Generate plan. If this works, man. What is this? Okay. Auto saving. There are a lot of the Zoom widgets here. I'm trying to figure out if there's code where I can view somewhere, but it isn't so to get. Why has it ticked all of these things off? Are these things done? Yeah, and coded. How do I view stuff? Or is the next phase like execute? Implement selected files. Oh my God. What else we got here? Open File Explorer, toggle terminal, open code space, bookmark. I don't know what that does. That one doesn't get a tooltip. Anyway. Okay. Add a new class, batch import view, great. Implement the get handler, great. Support pagination, great. Perform a group by query, great. Create a new template file, include template file, support pagination and sorting in the table, display the group status can set up. This is a lot actually, because I actually didn't expect it to have UI controls for the sorting. I only asked it for UI controls for the pagination, but add a link to the, oh, I think I forgot to mention that it should use, we have a built-in pager called macros.pager. I forgot to mention that. I will add this to the issue real quick. Um, use macros pager in the HTML for the render for definition. Great. But let's roll with it for now. It'll probably implement its own, but I wonder if I can just give it feedback later. For the group stats, and then in batch import.html, add a link after creating a batch. Whoa, I didn't even ask it to do the redirect, but that's a cool feature. That one I can probably delete actually because I don't want it to do that automatic redirect. Okay, delete item. Okay. Implement selected. Um, oh, it's processing the file. Nullifiers are way too long. So this is going to be, that's probably going to be one of the potential bottlenecks here, but let's see what it does. Yeah, it's still just reading the files, I think. Anyways. Oh, oh, this is the code. Oh, it's code. Okay. Oh my God, this is so much code. Okay, editor, item command, valid sort fields, nice. Um, not invalid sorts or sort order not in blah. Sort field, great. Okay, this is a little much. It's kind of doing its own database connection, which we don't need. I can honestly I'd probably fix that myself. I can't even remember how to do it exactly, but amazing. Still going through this file. Darn it, why do we have such large files? This is the biggest motivator for making our files smaller I've ever had. Anyways, I hope it's not writing 1,200 lines of code because that's not what I need. But yeah, I think it's just doing this thing there. Almost done. Okay. And the actual diff is plus 50. Oh, so good. And then we have a few other random changes. I wonder what it changed down here. Uh, okay, sure. That's fine. And here it fixed it. Oh, it randomly removed a backtick. All right. Um, that's fine. Oh, everything's ticked up. Okay. Meanwhile, in batch import view, the file it wrote, it figured out our insane, weirdo, completely custom templating engine. Fantastic. Which nobody else uses. Batch it used the same sort of style that we had in that other batch import HTML file I mentioned. I don't even know. I would have to look to see if this function even exists, but I think it's correct. I think it would actually work. Holy, uh, this is so close. Oh my goodness. Um, like here, I'd have some code review feedback for like, you should use the change query method we have to kind of maintain the query, but just change the URL parameters. But that is amazing. Um, great for row in rows, row.status. It used the fields in the snippet I provided for the database schema. Pagination, it didn't use the paginator like I said, but that's okay. Um, this is crazy. Batch import, we go here, and now oh, that's interesting. I asked it to change this line into a link, but it just added a new thing for view batch status. That seems fine. Batch result, that batch ID, it figured out where it was as well. Great. So close. Okay, I don't, what is the next step for me here? Do I code review, I guess? Holy cow, I can create a pull request just here. That is insane. Um, okay. So, I'm floored. Okay. Um, yeah, okay. I think maybe this is where I'll stop the video because this is enough of a demo of this. Um, and then I'll keep working to see how if I can fix this up. Like I don't know, from this, if I had this open in my code editor, I could fix it up in like 10 minutes and I think it would be good to go, production ready. But anyways, okay, that's the end of this demo of this cool feature. I think Copilot Workspaces, whatever it's called.